This is my 45 Defense Ironman. In this series, we have one goal: defeat the Inferno. Welcome to a Zerker's journey.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I've got it. Yes! Yes! It's done. It's done. So, as you can tell, this account lost its hardcore status, but it feels like it was only a matter of time until I DC'd and died, so it didn't really bother me too much. I'm just glad I got on high scores before it happened. Before I died, I caught around 15k chins in the Priv hunting area to level range before grinding out the Gauntlet, and while doing that, I had a lot of time to think about the account. And the first conclusion I came to was that even if I die, I will continue to play. Truth is, I never intended it to be a hardcore. Not for long, at least. I never died, so it kept going, and eventually it got out of hand, and I really no longer enjoyed playing it as much as I feel like I would have otherwise. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the season of the series. Now, although defeating the Inferno is the main goal of this season, there are quite a lot of items we need to obtain before getting there. Here's a list of those items. Okay, so while some of these items will only be used along the journey to the Inferno for bossing, skilling, etc., they are being obtained in service of completing the Inferno, with a couple exceptions which we'll talk about when we get there. So there's three categories of items: the required items in green, the likely items or possible items in yellow, and the spoon items in red. The tiers of items are self-explanatory, but quickly, the required items are the items we will 100% be obtaining before attempting the Inferno. The likely items are the items we'll likely get on the way to the Inferno unless we change our minds along the way or find a new plan. And the spoon items are items we won't specifically be trying to get, but we may obtain a couple along the way. Now this list may change. For example, if, I got a 3rd age row bottoms, I wouldn't need to go for Dagon High bottoms anymore since it's almost a 1-to-1 upgrade. As of now, the only item I have on this list is the Zerker ring. So as the season progresses, we may add or remove items as needed, but for the most part, these are the items we'll be going for. To catch you up on our current gear, here are the best in slot items we have for each attack style. We only really have one goal for this episode, and that's to get the enhanced weapon seed. This may take a very long time, and I can't guarantee I'll get it, but it will give us a lot of time to do herb, tree, and birdhouse runs to get this account ready for later content. Alright, good luck. Oh, what? I didn't even notice. I mean, not what I wanted, but I can't complain. Not too bad, not too bad. I guess it wouldn't be a Gauntlet video if I didn't make a quick tutorial. So there's a few things you need to get right before you go in. First of all, turn off vial smashing. You can do this at Barbarian Outpost. You don't want to waste shards making new vials. For low defense accounts, you're going to want to make tier 2 armors. And to do this, you're going to need 7 of each material, so linum, bark, and ore. And it is pretty basic. The reason I bring it up is to talk about 9-room cycles. This 9-room cycle strategy is the best strategy I found for finding the materials every single raid consistently. This is what a 5-room cycle looks like. It's pretty basic. You go around the outer rooms and you're good to go. Now the 9-room cycle adds a couple more steps, but it's not too complicated. You touch the other rooms, check if there's any resources to grab, and if there's not, you move on. Okay, so now that you've got a basic idea of what the 9-room cycle looks like, we can talk about more obscure tips to help you out if you're struggling in the Gauntlet. One trick I use all the time is that if after the first inventory you don't have enough shards to make a full set of tier 1 armor, you can make a tier 1 chestplate, then upgrade it to tier 2, since this costs the same amount of materials as a full set of tier 1 armor, while costing 20 fewer shards than a full set of tier 1. This saves time and annoyance from dropping and picking up materials when you're crafting at the end of the preparation phase. Alright, so now we got a couple tips for the prep phase. Let's talk about some tips for the boss phase. So first of all, you should mark these tiles. So these yellow tiles are for when the boss gets below 330 HP, so when you stand on these tiles during the 3rd phase of the boss fight, the orange damaging tiles can't spawn underneath you. These green tiles are for navigating the boss room while the tornadoes are active. I find that if you're having trouble in the 3rd phase of the boss fight, or any phase for that matter, with the tornadoes and staying alive, you can use these tiles to help yourself navigate around these corners and the incoming tornadoes. Another tip I would give is to never walk behind the boss. This tip goes hand in hand with the next trick, which is to move the boss into one of the corners of the room. You can do this by standing underneath the boss, the tick after it attacks. Now this isn't some novel discovery by me, but one thing I've never seen in any of the tutorials I've watched is stepping away from the boss as you get it to move. So the way that the Hunlift's pathing works is that if you move onto the boss in this way, there will be a 100% chance that it moves in one of 4 directions. So it'll choose one of the 4 directions that it can move, and it will move 1 tile in that direction. So there's a 25% chance the boss will move towards you. Meaning that if it decides to move in your direction, you will be underneath the boss, and it will stomp you on its next attack. You can remedy this by the tick after you move under the boss, running back 2 tiles away from the boss. That way, when it decides to move in your direction, you will no longer be underneath the boss, and you won't be stomped by the attack. Other than that, I don't have a lot of tips other than to practice. You really will get better the more cases you do. Even when you fail, you'll learn, you'll improve, you'll get better. And so that's all I would suggest, is to just keep going. Alright, well that's enough of the tutorial. If you want more, let me know. Maybe I'll make another full comprehensive guide, but that's all I got. Oh my fucking god, it happened! Holy fucking shit, it happened. Oh, my heart. Oh, my fucking heart. Feels so good the grind is over. I mean, it lasted the perfect amount of time, too. We ended up with at least 75 million cash after alching everything, and that's really going to help us with our next couple of grinds. So, the first one is smithing. We need to get 80 smithing so that we can boost to 82 with the Dwarven Stout and make our Bofa. I think our best way to do this is going to be to buy gold, make it into bars, so that we have it for the obscene amount of gems we've got from CG. Yeah, let's go do it. Yeah, before that, let's open these caskets though. We've got 6 elite caskets to open. There are only a handful of items that would be useful for us. Yeah, those are the Master Scroll Book here, any of the pages, any of the blessings, and then in the elite clue specifically, we've got the Fremennik Kilt is the main one. The Holy Wraps are useful, and I believe there's one more. Oh, of course. Any of the 3rd Age Mage pieces, or one of these 3 3rd Age Range pieces. And other than that, I don't think there's anything useful that's going to come from this. We're going to try to juggle this clue. Right now it's at step 0, so we might as well juggle it. Even though we can do this step, there's a very low possibility that we're actually going to be able to complete it, so... here we go. Good luck. Master clue first try. The rest of it's pretty junk, but alright, not too bad, not too bad. Clue number 2. Good luck, good luck. Okay, it's useless again. 215k though is not too bad. That's not too bad. Clue number 3. Good luck. Come on. Okay, green firelighter. I'll take it. Oh no. Clue number 4. Okay, I mean... Come on. Another master clue. And a Morton teleport. That's not too bad. Okay, so now that we have 3 master clues, we could probably do one of these. Alright. Good luck, good luck. Last clue. Ooh! This is exactly what we needed. Honorable blessing. Not too bad. Now let's do one of these clues. Alright, I had to get one more inventory to get this last level, but that should be it. And I messed that one up, cool. This should be good enough, let's see. I have to pick these up. That's 80 smithing, baby. Alright, I guess it's time with this 80 smithing. We've only got one thing left to do. I've been waiting a very long time for this day. Alright, here we are. With the enhanced weapon seed in hand, 80 smithing, a Dwarven Stout to boost us to 82, and our pet at our side. Let's go. Yes! Yes, it looks so good. It looks so good. Finally, we're done. Next, we're going to take on the sister of the hardest challenge in the game. This newfound bow, it's going to be a piece of cake. Let's do it.